Cello, 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 Stacy the Black Feather Intuitive. Welcome to another weekly oracle reading for December 2nd. Welcome to December. We are in the last month of the year. Really quickly, just want to say stay tuned until the end. I've got some really exciting specials to share with you. Okay, let's call in all the archangels, ascended masters, highest guides, creature teachers, elementals, loved ones and spirits, and light beings. Come on into this space to give all of us the clarity and guidance that we need this week to have this week absolutely rock, especially because we are now fully in swing with the holiday season. Okay, which deck is calling to me? The Ciro Marchetti's Tarot Luxe. And for, I don't know, since I got this deck, I've been calling it the Deluxe, but it's not. It's called the Tarot Luxe. And you know, because that's just me reading things in weird places and, you know, things just don't make sense, but what can you do? Oh, and our card just popped out. Let's see what they want to say to us this week. All right, we've got Four of Wands. I love this. Four of Wands card is the marriage card. It's establishing a foundation. So marriage, it doesn't necessarily mean marriage between two people. It can be marriage of your divine feminine and your divine masculine into each other. It can be a partnership. So we'll get into that. But what I'm feeling here is establishing a foundation. And the wand energy, when we are talking about establishing a foundation, wand energy is creative energy, passion, fire, connection to source. And I'm feeling this week it's really important for all of us to tune in and see where our connection is. Have we been inspired, and are we working to establish something to bring that inspiration to life? Are we trying to establish things at work, in a career situation, a career environment, trying to establish things, and maybe we don't have enough passion or creative energy that is flowing. Maybe we're feeling a little bit stuck. In terms of family situations and relationships, maybe there is an actual marriage of sorts, the melding of two minds coming together to build a foundation that is going to be lasting and happy. So I'm feeling this week we really need to tune into what is it that we are establishing. And I'm getting that since we are in holiday season, this is obviously the beginning of the month, and this is also the beginning of a kind of a review type situation as well, where we're coming to the end of a year. It's the beginning of the month, but it's the end of the year. It's the last month of the year. What is it that we are wanting to establish as we move forward into the new year? So I'm really feeling the energy of a lot of us already starting to do a review. When you're reviewing, I'm hearing that it's important for you to pay attention to the words you're using as you're reviewing your past year. Keep it in the positive, keep it in the affirmative. It's extremely important that you honor how far you've come. And let's say you've had, a very interesting year. I know a lot of my friends have had a really rough year. For me, I haven't had a rough year, but I've had a very busy year. I've had a very up and down year. When I'm reviewing and when I'm encouraging my friends to review their years, it's not about focusing on all the negative or focusing on the hard times. It's focusing on the how far did I come? Look at what I got through. Look at what I survived and how I'm thriving as a result. And where do I want to take that knowledge, take that experience? What do I want to do with it? How do I want to repurpose it? How do I want to make it purposeful? Really give yourself some opportunity to pat yourself on the back for what you have achieved this year, and using all of those experiences as building blocks or bricks that are increasing the foundation that you are currently establishing. And I want to say to you, this establishment of foundation is choice. This is all about choice. Sometimes it feels like we don't really have a choice, but even not choosing is a choice. So there's always a choice. Pay attention to each of those little bricks of review, and how can you add that to your established foundation, or the foundation that you are currently establishing. Oh, I love it. And I also want to say this card is a happy card in general. You know, we judge things as positive and negative, and that's really a judgment that we place on it. Everything that happens, I believe, happens for a reason, and we can, you know, make those turn those lemons into lemonade if we choose. But this card very much so has a positive energy, a positive feeling. So you want to step into this week and step into any kind of review that you are doing with your life from a positive perspective. All right, and I am introducing a new deck this week. While I'd love to tell you that my dream team came through and told me to pick this one, they didn't. This is the one that I'm picking, and you'll know why in a second. This is my Feathers of Wisdom Oracle deck that just came out this past week. Super excited to be sharing this with you guys. So yeah, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. The dream team said, yeah, Stacy, you got to share your deck. But we are going to see what this deck has to say in terms of our established foundation. Oh, this one's standing out to me. And what did we get? Ecstasy. Fuel your sexuality. So when we are talking about, it's funny, we've got the marriage card here and establishing a foundation, talking about all of that positive review. When we're thinking about the word ecstasy, when we're thinking about, so okay, let's talk about it from this perspective. Sexuality is energy, just like everything else. And we can use our sexuality to fuel all of the ideas, all of the inspiration, all of the review that we are going through, and that establishing foundation. We can use our sexual energy to fuel that and help us to move forward. And when we think of the word ecstasy, you know, often it is about a, you know, sort of sexual connotation, but there's also this element of when you're in that ecstasy, you're also in bliss. You're having a moment of bliss. And bliss comes up a lot from a spiritual perspective or an energetic perspective. Who doesn't want to feel bliss? Who doesn't want to work towards a blissful experience or a blissful existence? At the end of the day, we're all seeking happiness. We're all seeking joy. We're all seeking peace and harmony in our life in regards to, you know, whatever that looks like for each of us. We're all seeking bliss. If we had all of those things, we would be able to just sit floating on a cloud all day and going, ah. So think of those times when you have had those moments of ecstasy. What did your body feel like in that moment? Where was your mind at when you were experiencing that? Chances are your mind was not involved in the experience at all, that it was your body. You were connected to your body, in tune with your body. So think about ecstasy and bliss in terms of how you're going to create and establish this new foundation for yourself as you move forward into the world. I'm also drawn right now to the butterfly on the card, and the butterfly represents a number of different things. In this case today, in this reading, it represents transformation. And I want to say to you all this week, it's important for you to keep in mind that we are all, the phrase I use a lot is we're ever evolving. We're always, to a certain extent, in a state of transformation. And again, as I said with this card, it is about choice. So it is with this choice. It is our choice. It's our responsibility to choose this ecstasy, to choose how we are going to fuel our bodies. What are we taking into our bodies? What are we, who are we taking into our bodies? What does that do for us? How can we shape and mold that so that it makes it work for us as we move forward into this established foundation? So I want to say to you guys, get your freak on. This week, it's really important to fuel that fire, fuel that energy, use that fueled energy to help you in your review process and your building process as you're moving forward towards the end of the year. just on a separate note, I'm also getting this week that there is a high energy in general. I feel like all of us are going to be sort of, it almost feels like on high alert, but that phrase sort of gives the connotation that there's something to be worried about. And that's not the feeling here. It's just more like I feel like everything is revved up. Everybody is running on high octane. Let's call it that since we're talking about fueling. Everyone's running on high octane. And I want to say to you this week, use that heightened energy to get you where you want to go. But at the same time, if it's too much for you, you don't have to use it at all. You can take a step back and you can just breathe, just relax, get connected to your body. We cannot feel ecstasy, we cannot feel that bliss if we are outside of our bodies, if we are not connected. So connect with your physical body, get grounded, feel things in your body. It's very important for you to feel, and I don't mean necessarily an emotional feeling, I mean the sensations of being in your body. That's really going to help you with this heightened energy that I feel is kind of all around us this week. Again, if you want to use it to your advantage, by all means use it. If it's too overwhelming for you, take the step back. But at the end of the day, it's always about feeling into your body. Okay, so let's pull a feather. We got one sort of sticking out here, but I'm gonna push that back and I'm gonna dig deep. See what we get today. It'd be so funny if it was a bliss. Oh, it's not a bliss, but it's just as good. It's the choice feather. So I was talking to you about choice. So this is a validation. Our dream team is giving us validation that everything this week for you is about choice. So no matter what comes down the pipes for you, no matter what is presented to you, the question you want to ask yourself is, which choice, which path do I want to take? Is this choice in alignment with my truth, health, happiness, wisdom, and love? If you can't answer yes to all of those questions, maybe you need to consider making a different choice. Remember that we all have choice. Even when it appears like we don't, not making a choice is also a choice. So make sure that you're taking that step back and asking yourself those questions when there is a choice that is facing you, and ask yourself, how is this affecting the happy foundation that I'm trying to establish? How does this choice fit in? And does it fit in a good way, or does it not fit in? Ask yourself those questions, and then, choose, but choose wisely. For any of you Indiana Jones fans out there, I'm always quoting movies, and the older I get, the scarier it is that there are fewer people watching me that know what the fark I'm talking about. Anyway, this week, it's all about choice. Choose you. At the end of the day, it's all about you. Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. Just a couple of things. So, as you can see, my Oracle deck is available, and it comes with a beautiful Oracle book with a number of different spreads in it. I am offering an introductory launch special of $35. It includes shipping and taxes. So it's $35 even, and that is until December 5th. If you want to buy more than one deck, I am offering a multi-deck special for $30, tax in, and shipping included. This is if you want to gift this to a friend of yours, to someone that you feel could really benefit from the guidance. If you want to do some stocking stuffers for people, family and friends alike, trying to pass that on to you guys to make it a lot easier. So check out my website, theblackfeatherintuitive.com. And as always, you guys can check out my Facebook page, The Black Feather Intuitive. And of course, thank you always for supporting my YouTube channel, The Black Feather Intuitive. One more quick thing, I do offer a service called Your Year in Preview. It is up and running and available right now. Now between December 1st and January 31st is the only time you can get this. It is a month-by-month check-in for your 2020 year so that you know what's coming down the pipes for you, so you can prepare for your highest and best year ever. Check it out on my website. Thanks so much, guys. Take care. See you later.